nothing to lose but our time. We have nothing to lose but our time.
Today, anger and frustration filled the streets of downtown Minneapolis, calling for justice 287 days after George Floyd died. Jury selection was set to begin today in the murder trial of Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer accused of killing George Floyd. But now that's been delayed at least one day. NBC's Jay Gray is live outside the courthouse in Minneapolis with the very latest on this high-profile case. Hi, Jay.
Hey there, Betsy, and despite that delay, as you talk about, hundreds showed up here outside the courthouse to demand justice, something they've done so often since George Floyd's death. That delay and the pushing back of the jury selection until at least tomorrow over a charging issue. What's happening here is the prosecution wants to reinstate a third-degree murder charge to go along with the second-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter charges that Derek Chauvin already faces here. Chauvin, of course, the former Minneapolis police officer who had his knee across the neck of George Floyd when he died, keeping his knee there as he begged for mercy over 8 minutes. So they want that third-degree murder charge included to give the jury some options when it gets to that point in this case. But Chauvin's defense has said it's not applicable in this case. The appellate court is looking at it. The judge says that he's going to hear motions tomorrow at 9. If he hasn't heard back from the appellate court, he says that he's going to begin jury selection at 10 o'clock. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out and what we hear either later this evening or tomorrow morning from the appeals court here.
Certainly an interesting one with the judge pushing back and kind of pushing the gas pedal a little bit, which doesn't often happen in the legal system. Jay, what is security like away from the courthouse?
Well, it's tight, as you would expect. We've got at least 12 agencies, law enforcement agencies represented on the ground here, local, state police, federal agents, and then you've got 2,000 or so National Guard troops on standby. Buildings have been boarded up here or barricaded. You've got a police presence in the main downtown area about every block here. I think it's important to stress, though, with all of that security, it's been very peaceful to this point. And what you hear from local police is their concern is outsiders coming in, mixing in with these protests that have been peaceful and trying to carry out some violence. And so that's what they're most concerned about.
All right, Jay Gray live in Minneapolis for us today. Thanks, Jay.